Warriors! We are always being sold something. It seems like that's how it works in life, right? I'm selling you a narrative and becoming a warrior in a modern day society, protect your mind, body, and immunity. Everybody's selling you something. When you get into a new relationship, the man or woman is trying to sell you on they're the best mate to be with you, right? And often we put a mask on, not showing the true intentions. That's why for years I've worked to do my own research and build my own narrative. And I always tell people in my Warrior Academy, I'm not your coach, I'm not your leader. I'm just showing you information and opening up your mind to a new awareness and the possibilities for you as a human being. And for the last 9 years, I've created my own narrative. My name is Coach JV. I am the top health and mindset coach in the world. What you believe in your heart, you think in your mind, will eventually become your words and become your reality. So I've been saying that for a long time because what you believe in your heart truly becomes your thought process. And when those two are connected heavily, those are going to become your words. And when you feel it at a vibrational level, you're going to magnetize back to you exactly what you want. So before you do anything, make sure you like, subscribe, comment, leave a comment below. So I'm not here to tell you what to do. I'm just here to give you information. So if you don't like something in this video or you like something in this video, comment below. But do me a favor. If you're going to leave a negative comment, share your thoughts. Share your ideas. This is a community of warriors working to grow. Okay? Let's go ahead and kick it off. So guys, we are heading towards a new quantum financial system, a new way of doing business, a new way of shopping, a new way of walking, a new way of talking. Everything we are about to do or we do now is going to change. Now, one thing that we have to think about is you're going to be two types of people. You're going to resist the change or you're going to flow with the change, right? But you can also become a warrior in a modern day society. The change is not going to change me as a person. I'm still going to do my meditation, my breathing, fasting, high intensity training, keeping myself grounded in God's consciousness. That's what I plan on doing. That's what I teach my warriors. It doesn't matter how much technology is around me. I'm going to do the best I can to stay grounded in God's consciousness. But it's important as warriors that we know where we're heading so we can prepare our families, our minds, our bodies, and immunity. It's not a negative thing. It's how you look at it. So what I've been doing is I've been researching nonstop where we're heading. So this is from the World Economic Forum, and this was on the 13th of October. So here's where we're heading in our economic outlook in jobs. So we'll watch this together. So a couple things. Did you notice what it said is the economic recovery will push 90 million people into poverty. If you notice the video I put around job loss, almost 80 million people will lose their jobs in my last video. Okay, so let's look at this. So this is a World Economic Forum. This is, I talk a lot about percent to GDP growth. Okay, so this is 2018, up 3%. Up 2.2% in 2019, and down negative 4.3% in 2020 as our debt crisis dramatically increases in the United States. Okay, look at this. So the European Union right now is being, I guess I should not speak out of school. So they're, from the news perspective, they're being locked down. And so look at the European Union. They've been locked down multiple times. America's seems like we're starting to head towards lockdowns again. They're at negative 8.3. These are some of the biggest superpowers. Look at India. Massive, massive economy. Negative 10.3. Okay, so let's pause for just a moment. Let's go back real quick. So debt is at historical levels. Historical levels. So GDP is decreasing. Debt's at historical levels. So let's understand what that means. GDP is all the goods and services within a country. If it was sold, could you pay off your debt, or what is it worth, right? So we are over 100% debt to GDP ratio. That is a dangerous, dangerous place to be. Okay, so they're talking about fostering. Did you see the green initiative was right there? Okay, so that was from the, where were we at here? So this was from the IMF, okay, International Monetary Fund. Now we're going into the World Economic Forum. So this is what the future jobs we want to build, okay? This is what the World Economic Forum is saying.
Right now we're facing a crisis of international proportion. It's a healthcare crisis, but it's also an economic crisis. It's going to have long-term impact for us. And we're going to see that the biggest impact is actually going to be acceleration of inequality.
The systematic way that we have been built is not holding up. The foundation is cracking.
Our duties remain the same. The fact that we should not leave anybody behind again.
Many organizations have seen what the impact is of a sudden crisis and how we're able to better navigate this crisis today with the help of technology. And that means the reskilling and...
Okay, let me stop for just a moment. Recognize what he just said. How we can better navigate the crisis with technology. Okay? I'm not saying the pandemic, I'm not saying anything about anything. What I'm saying is, did you see a rapid, immediate change in the way we do everything within a year? Okay, you have to open up your eyes, warriors. This didn't happen overnight.
Upskilling of your own workforce.
Jobs of tomorrow are technologically enabled, but also extremely human-centered. It's in the
Jobs of tomorrow are technology and extremely inhuman-centered.
Ability to work with technology easily.
On the other hand, with this new way of working, and especially remote work, we see that there is a huge need of emotional intelligence.
We have really to invest a lot in people to guarantee their jobs, but also to allow them the mobility they need on an ever-changing labor market.
8 out of 10 of the young people who are in low and middle income countries are going to have to be entrepreneurs. They're going to have to make jobs for themselves.
Having creative curriculums and teaching creativity is enabling your learners to have transferable skills, resilience, mastery, collaboration, asking questions, why, how, when. This is what they need in order to thrive in any profession which they choose.
The moment you incorporate marginalized segments of society, it changes the product offering, it changes the way that we think about supply chains. When you cater to the margins, the positive externalities in economic terms are pretty enormous.
It is critical that leadership understand that the burden of responsibility of driving change starts at the top of the organization, so that corporations can give back to the communities, make them more resilient as we deal with these issues around both economic and racial inequality.
We need men and women leading the recovery, because there is no way we can ever think that a world that is led by men is a world that is good for everybody.
Now is the moment that we can think about how we use that possibility, the new ideas, the new technology, the new wealth, to really create social systems in which we can all flourish.
We have the greatest brains, talent, resources in the world. There's no reason that we can't, and no excuses that it's too hard or too complicated.
All right, warriors. So I'm going to show you one more video, and then we're going to let you go. We're going to keep these videos coming. So this is from one of my favorite YouTubers, Darren Moore Jr. I will attach his YouTube channel down. Please visit his YouTube. His YouTube videos are there.
That we listed on that full screen.
You know, it's not a completely trite answer to say the reason why we're getting digital currency now is because, you know, historians talk about steam engine time. They say, you know, why did we get steam engines
today, Joe Biden and Kamala Harris
in
will be
England
keeping
at that
busy.
part?
What's on their agenda?
1 second, guys.
Keeping busy, Joe Biden going back, of course, to that all-important state of Pennsylvania.
Okay, sorry about that. Let's go back real quick. All right, here we go.
But, you know, it's not a completely trite answer to say the reason why we're getting digital currency now is because, you know, historians talk about steam engine time. They say, you know, why did we get steam engines in England at that part of the 18th century? And you can point to all sorts of things, the fuel and the advances in technology and the availability of capital. You can point to all of these things, but the truth is it was no one thing. We got steam engines because it was steam engine time. And this is digital currency time. There's no one reason. It's all of those things coming together that make it digital currency time.
The world sees the benefits in trustless assets, and it's time.
We are still in the review and consideration stage, but we've just launched a public consultation so that consumers and Europeans can actually express their preference and tell us whether they would be happy to use a digital euro just in the way they use a euro coin or a euro banknote, knowing that it is central bank money that is available and that they can rely upon.
Review and consideration phase of the digital euro. The central banks have been on board from the very beginning. Christine Lagarde.
Okay, I'm going to stop right there, Warriors. So we covered a lot already. So we covered jobs of the future. We covered what the World Economic Forum is saying. So my point behind this is today is election day in America. And we are so caught up, and they're putting boards up downtown. We're so caught up in the narrative wars, and all this is happening behind your back. 100% behind your back. So if you had the knowledge, if you knew where jobs are going, if you knew where our economic system is going, would you be able to protect your family, your mind, your body, your community, your generational wealth? Absolutely, Warriors. I'm going to keep coming with this information. I've been researching for 9 years. This is just information. All of you have access to it. Don't trust a word I say. Do your own research. That's what Warriors do. Join our private Facebook group. We go live every single day. But you know what I always say on a daily basis? Warriors, rise! Let's go.